How did you come to work for Disney?
I had wanted to work for Disney since I was a kid, but didn't know how to get in. Well, one of the bands I was playing with, Tom Jackman's father, Tom was leader of the band, his father, Bob Jackman, ran the music department. And Bob gave me an application and a recommendation, and I started in the mailroom way, way back when. And the thing that's funny is a little known fact, Bob Jackman, after Pinto Colvig had left the studio, Bob supplied the voice for Goofy in several of the cartoons. I mean, really, really a good match. So in essence, Goofy hired the future Mickey. It's one of those little odd things that occurred. But I started out carrying mail. I saw Walt a couple of times, but we only spoke once. He was very sick. And it was a magic time. It really was. 1966. John McCarthy was running traffic, as the mailroom was called back then, and just said, take a walk around and see what you want to do. So I walked around, and the first thing I thought of, well, I've done some acting. Wardrobe looks like fun. Love clothes, love clothes. Did that for a while. Went back into traffic and said, gee, I don't really know what I want to do, Mac. I might leave. I think I might leave for a while and just see what's on the outside. So great. I left, and I got a call about 2 months after I left saying, would you like to come in and learn Jimmy McDonald's job? Now, at the time, I didn't know who Jimmy was. I mean, he was just another fellow on the lot who walked around with a lot of pencils in his pocket. And sure, what am I supposed to do? Follow Jimmy, do everything he does. So I followed Jimmy, and I learned how to do sound effects.
Well, Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge!
Mickey, here's my speaking voice. I go up a little bit higher and a little bit higher, and oh boy, there he is, right there. Now I can go higher, or I can go lower. If you don't hit Mickey just right, here's an example. Oh boy, that's Mickey. Now if I go down here and go, oh boy, that's Mickey. Well, it's not quite right. Or if I go too high, oh boy, that's Mickey. It's not quite right. He sits in a very narrow area, and you've got to pinpoint him. Jimmy only voiced Mickey for radio interviews, occasional radio interviews. I think he was on the Dave Letterman show twice. But other than that, he didn't do Mickey.
He was having trouble holding the falsetto because he was a baritone and he was like in his 70s.
I've told this story a few times, so I tend to leave things out. Yeah, he was having a rough time and couldn't really voice Mickey any longer. And the studio had an open audition. An actor didn't show up. There was a call from the soundstage, send the kid down, he works with McDonald. 3 months later, Lou Debney stopped me and said, kid, you're going to join Screen Actors Guild, they're going to use you. And that's how I became Mickey Mouse.
Hi, folks. Hi, folks. This is Mickey. I'm Mickey, too. You are? I thought so. Well, you are now. Okay.
He's got kind of Nigel sound like this, and he's a Cockney, eh? So we close your nose up a bit like that, and you talk like this. Oh, well, let's rest a minute before we fill it in, eh? But he ain't going nowhere. That's a weasel.
Give a penny for the poor, governor. A penny for the poor, governor. A penny for the poor.
Professor? It was just a slip of the tongue. Yeah, a big mouse.
See you real soon.